being a black
Yeah.
man, being
Yeah.
growing up in a hood. If you've never grown up in a hood, you think that these people have these options to just flourish, which they
Mhm.
could of some sort, but the majority is you see killings, you see low housing, you see mom not being able to put the food you want on the table or at all. And then you see a brotherhood called a gang, which allows you to feel a part of something. Like you said, they want to be seen, they want to be heard, so they join. And it sounds like the people who control the system know that, but they're just like, you are going to be funding something bigger, so let me target you. How do you not want to be mad at the system or be mad at people in general knowing that?
Oh, don't let this fool you. I get mad. I get mad for sure. But I also think that I always say, like, what did that actually get us? Right? And so like people talk about like, okay, you can be mad, you can be this, and it's like I'm not talking about being not it not being okay that I'm mad. It's okay that we're
Mhm.
mad, but it's like then what happens after that? Because the more angry we get, the more kids that grow up without the things that they need, and then they're just watching us be mad and think that they're going to be treated the same way, and they're not. They could get killed for being angry. So it's like I really believe like joy is the resistance, right? Like walking by by a bunch of cops and like laughing and being happy is like that is the solution because you can do what you want. We know our rights. We know what we're working towards. We have our goals and we're going to be happy. And I think that's how I
Mm.
try to look at it.
Here's me playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
What happens when you have the joy, you walk by the cops, you're laughing, you're minding your business, and then you're still targeted?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the reality, right? That's the reality for so many black and brown people, especially living in the communities that we come from. But it's like, you know, the difference is that you had a bad day and you still get targeted. So can we at least have a good day and then get targeted? Like,
Yeah.
you know, can we also be like, we were
Yeah.
all just sitting here laughing and then this decides to happen? Like, yes, that totally is the reality, but I prefer the reality where we give maybe 1 hour to being targeted instead of thinking about it for an entire 24 hours.
I like that. I like that. Now, Vidya, if you could, if some man comes and or he hears this and he's either incarcerated or he just feels like he's not worth being a human, what could you say to him?
I just think that the majority of the world could not last a day in your shoes. Not a
Hmm.
day, not a day, even a week. We can even do a whole week in your shoes. They can't go where you go. They can't build the relationships that you can build, and they do not have the heart that you have. So the world likes to convince us to isolate, that we're not good enough, that we're not this, but we know the truth because what we do every single day, other people can't do. So I always say hold on to that piece of yourself and figure out how to make that valuable to the world, right? Because the reality, especially around like black and brown folks, especially those that are incarcerated, like the culture loves you. The culture is making millions to billions of dollars off of your style, off of your music, off of your everything, right? So why don't you make a bag off of that, right? Like, how can that start to shift? That's what I'm interested in, like, uncovering.